Greetings everybody, this is Simon Okelo with One Vibe Africa and you are listening to Diaspora Connect on One Vibe TV on YouTube. Tonight we are coming to you live and direct from Langston Hughes Performing Arts Institute in Seattle, Washington. And I'm sitting here with my brother John Julius Muwulya.
Yeah.
He's the immediate former Vice-President of the Ugandan Association of North America. And you know, we sat with you when we were doing this One Vibe African dinner series at Cafe Avole, and now we are sitting with you at Langston Hughes. You know, just tell me what you think about the difference and the progress since we were last
then.
Together.
Yeah. First, I want to say big thanks for allowing me to be back here.
Thank you.
And thanks for what you guys continue to do here to bring our community really in this space to have conversations.
Thank you.
And this is big and better. The
Thank
food
you so
is
much.
more delicious.
Thank you. Don't say it's much delicious than Ugandan food. Because
No. The food is more delicious,
Okay.
that I have tasted.
I know.
But I do appreciate the opportunity to join you this evening and to hear such powerful stories.
Thank you.
And to watch the your documentary, Madaraka.
Thank you.
Hopefully I did pronounce that right.
Yeah, you did, Madaraka, yes.
That is extremely powerful, the work that you have done in Kenya.
Thank you.
The work that your mother has inspired you to continue to do so. So thanks for that heart. Continue and just know that we are behind you in whatever way we can, really.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the contribution you continue to do.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the reasons why I'm excited to talk to you tonight is really to, you know, look at Uganda currently. You know, our brother Bobi has been working, you know, very hard to change the narrative about Uganda. And, you know, I just wanted you to paint the picture of what is going on right now, because I know that as we speak, there are university students that are being brutalized. You know, there are people are being muzzled and people are being, you know, basically tortured.
Yeah. And you know, one thing in Uganda, many of you might know, we have had the same president for 33 years.
33 years.
President Museveni has been in power since 1986.
Wow.
And we, at some point, don't see any sign that he's gonna leave power.
He's going to die there.
But we have to keep a certain hope alive. And what Bobi Wine represents is that hope for us today, as young people. You know, Uganda today, the majority of the population, 85% of people in Uganda are under the age of 35.
Under the age of 35.
Under the age of 35.
85%.
85.
Yeah.
80% of those are unemployed. Okay?
80%
of those young people are unemployed in Uganda. And when you look at the example you gave earlier of Makerere University, this week there were protests that the students went to do peacefully, and these protests by the students were because of a tuition increment by the university administration that would start in a couple years, and they were trying to fight that this should not be happening. And as they were protesting, the regime, you know, the police, the military, went to Makerere, found people, beat them up, tear gas. They went into their rooms, they pulled them out of their rooms, and they have tortured, they have beaten, they have jailed many of these kids.
But you went to university here in the US.
I went to university here in the US.
And you are a student leader at the university where you went to.
I was the president of the university that I went to here.
Can you imagine the police coming to that university and doing the same thing that was done in Uganda?
It is unimaginable.
Unimaginable.
On what they have done, and we have raised our voices to condemn it, really in the strongest terms possible. And we are going to continue to do that. And continue the conversation that is ongoing. You know, the regime is in a state of panic today, given the movement that has started you know, and this movement has been kind of building momentum,
Right.
and it's being led by one of us. His name is Honorable Chagulanyi,
Right.
aka Bobi Wine.
Right.
He grew up in the ghetto. He grew up in the slums of Kampala.
I've followed his work for many years.
And he's a former reggae artist.
Right.
And now he's the leader of the people, you know. And what he's trying to do is really push the narrative of the country. So some of us young people are really fortunate that as we serve our communities, you know, we have another leader that is also serving us.
Right.
You know,
right.
and whatever we can do to support him, support the cause for Uganda, we are going to do. Right. We are lucky that she's coming on a tour of the US and Canada soon.
Right.
That tour will be starting in Boston, Massachusetts, then Toronto, and then he'll be here in Seattle on November 16. We are organizing a dinner fundraising event for him at the Sheraton in Bellevue. And then after the dinner fundraising, we shall have another opportunity to have some type of an after party, you know, some type of entertainment for our people. And you know that you have offered to support us, engage us, market, and then be able to interview him as well when he's here. So we are excited for that, to continue sharing the story of Uganda and the continent. And Bobi Wine represents, I think, a new narrative for the country, but also I think
the continent.
Does represent the continent.
In its entirety, you know. I've seen him go to Jamaica recently.
Yes.
I saw him in Nigeria last week. You know, he was in Kenya not too long ago. You know, he moves around the continent.
He does.
And he knows that currently there's a wave of transformation going on in Africa.
Yeah, there is.
So it's really a privilege for him to come to Seattle, and I'm glad that you're able to reach out to Unvibe to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And we're excited that you accepted to help us.
Of course, man, of course.
Help this bigger struggle.
Yeah, if we don't, next time it's going to be us, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're right across the border. So it would be tough on us before even the rest of Kenyans feel it. We will be the first people to feel the brunt of it.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Ugandan problems have always been Kenyan problems. You know, during the time of Idi Amin, he came to a school in Kisumu and said, today this is going to be part of Uganda. You know, so our problems are intertwined.
In a bigger way.
Man. So could you just look at the camera and just tell the people what to expect when Bobi Wine is in Seattle, and two, to subscribe to Unvibe TV.
Absolutely. I want to invite each one of you to come to the event on November 16. We shall have a dinner organized at the Sheraton Hotel. All of you are invited. There will be a small fee. It's a fundraising event. And then we shall have an after party. Right now, the place for that, we have two locations. One is Rumba Notes, and then there was another location.
The Vera Project?
Yeah, the Vera Project as well. And we want you to come and listen, be part of the conversation as we try to continue building something special. And I'm calling upon you as well to subscribe to One Vibe Africa any day, right now, as soon as you get some time. And thanks to the team, thanks to Simon for what you do. Thanks to the guy behind the camera for the work that you're doing, and thanks for being able to create such a beautiful night today and almost every other month. So
thank you so much. Thank you again for making the time.
All right, absolutely, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you for watching.